Hey you, I'm the Queen of Shade. Welcome to the interview. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit my Cash App to support your favorite content creator. Now let's get to the interview. Mwah.
Let me tell you something. You're a bougie bitch and your mama is too. Said you're a bougie bitch and your mama is too. You're a bougie bitch and your mama is too. Said you're a bougie bitch and your mama is too.
Salutations to foes. This is your fabulous leader, the Queen of Shade, coming at you with another special presentation. Man, oh man, do I have a treat for you guys tonight. I am rolling full speed ahead, talking to people that inspire me, people that I'm curious about, people that, I inspire them. And it's been such an outpour of love the entire time. I started in November. I've done 158 of these conversations that I call interviews since November, and I'm still going, and we're going to keep going. So without further ado, I would like to introduce one of the most beautiful souls I have ever had the privilege of knowing. And we're going to talk and get to know this beautiful soul and learn all that we can, glean all that we can. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to Daquan M. Henson. Say hi, darling.
Hello, Diva.
Now we can talk. Come on, let's talk.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I had to hit the record because I saw where you were going and I was like, oh, you're gonna make me cry.
You have blessed me in a way you can never imagine. Never imagine. I always was a singer,
Yes.
and I more of a gospel singer.
Yeah.
And all my life I used to do the club scene.
Yes.
And I was kind of the novelty singer because everybody else was doing drag. And at that time, they didn't have many live singers.
Yes.
But I just remember being in the clubs and looking around and watching people as they would dance. And it was like a spirit would come into, especially when Sylvester's music was very popular.
Yes.
And
one of my favorite inspirations.
Yes, but this is the thing that got me with you, honey. When you went to talking about how the Lord would speak to you.
Yes.
All my life, I have been taught, not by my mother and my grandmother, they was good to me.
Yeah.
But by other people in the church.
Yeah.
Honey, I can't explain it.
Take your time.
I can't explain it. All I know, as you began to speak, when I discovered you, when you began to speak, I started to see all these colors, this purple and gold, and I knew it was divine. Let me put it to you that way. I knew it was divine. And when I started watching more and more of your interviews, I started to realize that the folks in my life were lying to me. They were lying to me. Oh, the Holy Spirit would never go into an unclean vessel. Mm-hmm. This is what they tell you, you know. Mm-hmm. But I have had prophecy from more transgender, lesbian, and gay people because we don't have nothing else. All we have is God. Even though they try to take away our spirituality, we never turn it away. No. But let me tell you something, girl. When I saw you, the confidence, the Holy Ghost was just oozing from you. Yeah. I am not in an organized religion. Yeah. Because they'll beat you up and have you. I survived thoughts and attempts of suicide because of the things that I was said. Yeah. Told. Yeah. being beaten up for no reason,
Yeah.
taken in the attic and beaten, taken in the church basement and beaten.
Yeah.
You know, it is something to know that there is somebody that's been placed on this earth.
Yeah.
That's you, honey. You were placed on this earth to restore spirituality to the LGBTQ community and the trans community.
Yeah.
That is your calling. I could feel it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, blessings are coming from where you least expect them to come. Those that you think aren't noticing you, oh, they're noticing you. But you know what I love about you, honey? I'm going to get comfortable and tell you
Yes,
this.
please get comfortable.
What I really love about you is you're down to earth.
Yeah.
You're down to earth. You're not all up in the clouds. You're beautiful. Your face be beat for the gods. Everything you offer is royalty. Beautiful royalty. But you're so humble.
Yeah.
You're so humble.
You gotta be.
And you're going to keep pulling people to you. Gay, lesbian, transgender, straight people are going to learn from you.
Yeah.
They're going to learn that God uses who he wants to.
Yes.
To do his work and his will. And you are one of those people, honey. You're one of those people. I'm 62 years old and I ain't for no foolishness.
Yeah.
When I saw you, my heart went out to you.
Yeah.
I said, because God done chose her, I begged God. I said, Lord, raise up somebody with the strength. I'm getting older every day. And when I would go to the gay clubs, I would always invite God to come on in.
Yes.
People was looking at me like I was crazy, and I would tell them, I have to bless this place because there's no place that God is absent. You think he don't know we in here?
Yeah.
And oh my God, then I started listening to your music.
Oh, wow. You really went and did your research for this.
That voice. Now, wait a minute. That voice. You are dipped in Josephine Baker.
That's my influence.
You are.
I love her. She's everything to me.
Your blush is a little bit of Lady Gaga. A little bit.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm going to go way back now.
Go way back. Go way back.
Greta Garbo.
Yeah.
Marlena Dietrich.
I've heard that before.
You're so smoky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's sexy. And your femininity is so natural. It's not staged. It's natural.
They used to beat me up all my life for this femininity. And I was just doing, because, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And, I live with mental illness.
Yes.
And I was just saying that. I talked about the voice. They would beat me in the street.
Oh, yeah.
Over my voice.
Oh, yeah.
And get it, trying to make me hate it. And I almost did. But God had something in my life for as long as I can remember, because I grew up without my mother or my father. So I had my grandmother, and we were passed around the family to aunts and uncles and things like that. And I remember I would sing to myself to soothe myself.
Yes.
In one of those moments where it was pure love, pure humbleness, and just realness. At 10 years old, I said, God, please don't ever let my voice change. And he didn't. Puberty hit, and it never changed. And people ridiculed me my whole life because of it. And I'm going to say this because I know it to be true. I have one of the most recognizable voices on this planet right now.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Mm-hmm. And a presence.
Yeah.
It's not just your voice.
That's God.
It's, oh my God.
It's God.
You know what to say. You know what to say.
Yeah.
What I don't like about our society, I believe that people who are in organized religion, I think they're jealous.
Yeah.
Because God chooses who he wants to do his work.
Yeah.
And they think they're better than you.
And what's worse is they can see it in you. So they want to stop it
Yes.
early. But
They-
let me tell you what I'm operating with right here for all these people that don't know, you know, because I have a religious background. What you're hearing right now past this voice, and you're going to know what this is called. This is not a PhD. This is not a bachelor's or a master's. This is what you call the mouth of the learned, and only God can give it.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Only God can give it.
Only God.
Just how God moved you all over you done went to Europe.
Yeah.
You done modeled.
Yeah.
You
I'm going back.
Lord have mercy.
I belong here. I'm going back. I'm going back.
It's one of these things. God puts you wherever he wants you to be.
Yeah.
He sends you wherever he wants you to go.
Yeah.
You'll be sitting in a company of kings and queens.
Yeah.
And your haters wondering, how did you do that?
How'd you do it? Not me.
But it wasn't you. It was your vessel allowing God to move you.
You're gonna get a kick out of this. I'm gonna try not to get you to run around that apartment.
Because you know I will.
Yes, I know you will. I can sense it. So get this. I was speaking to my grandmother, who I call the Queen Mother, the Duchess of Slay. I gotta say her whole name is branded. So I was telling her the other night, and she looked at me, because my grandmother grew up in organized religion, and being here with her has caused her to open up her mind and to see that God will use, like you said, and bless anybody. They say, oh, but he's a faggot and he's this and he's that. But she can't deny that she has seen the greatness of God and how I do this. And I get tired. Yes, I get tired. I feel overworked, but then I snap out of it and I continue. So
somebody needs you.
Yes. So I was talking to her, and she, like I said, organized religion. She has come to know God in a way that she has never known him before. Because she's 75. She'll be 75 in October.
Oh, bless her.
Yes. And she learned that God don't speak all the time. God don't nobody hear from God all the time. But she watches me around the house. My vision and my relationship with God is so keen that she said to me, sweetie, I'm looking for my baking pans. I can't find my baking pans. Can you help me find them? God will show me exactly where they are.
You go right to it.
I open up the box, I move what's on top, and I pull out a baking pan. And she just looks at me, and she said to me yesterday, she said, I know God talked to you. She said, and it's so crazy because she always says that. She says, baby, she says, whether or not you realize it, this is your ministry.
Yes, it is.
This is what God called you to do. You may not be like them, but you don't have to be like them.
Yes.
You have to be you. And see, people need to understand, now this is from my shaman work. People need to understand that people that were homosexual back in old times, they were your shaman, your rabbis, your priest, because there was a two-spirit present. Yes. And they were able to commune with spirit, because what a lot of people don't understand about gays is we bring a lot of balance. Yes. A lot of balance to this world. Without us, there would be a lot more chaos than there is.
Yes, creativity.
Right.
Music, art.
How about this?
Understanding.
Understanding and sincerity.
Yes.
Love.
On both spectrums, male and female.
Show me a gay man who doesn't love a woman.
Yes.
We love them.
Yes.
We protect them. You know? There are a lot of things.
Their greatest inspiration, some of them.
Exactly. There are a lot of things that I would not be who I am if it wasn't for women. And a lot of people get upset because when they look at me, I'm like a conundrum, because they say, are you trans? And I'm like, baby, no, I'm not trans. I'm a transvestite. I've been doing this since I was 8 years old. And they're like, but your femininity is so, you might as well. And I'm like, no, I might as well not, because I'm me.
It's
and
pure.
they don't get it. But my grandmother, living with my grandmother, has allowed her to see God in a way she never has before. She
Isn't
was
that beautiful?
she was angry with my grandfather for things he did to the children.
Oh my God.
She was angry for over 50 years, Daquan. 50
Yes,
years. And yesterday I said something to her, and she said, for the first time, I feel forgiveness and mercy for him.
Lord have mercy.
I'm praying for him. Because see, in my therapy sessions, I learned that people persecute and condemn the what, but they never look at the why.
That's true.
When she started to tell me how he had been abused and how I said great grandfather, but it was actually my great grandfather.
Historical.
Yes, that literally a white man, he would get my grandfather to dance for his slave master friends. And then I'm gonna just say this, they would do other things to him.
Oh, I know. It's historical fact.
And it's just like, and I love what you said because I see it in my own life.
Yes.
I'm bridging the gap in my grandmother's life.
Yes, yes.
Speaking
so that gives me hope.
Yes,
for the other generation. My thing is, I didn't want to leave this world,
right,
never having no children,
right,
but somehow I said, God, send me something.
Baby, I'll be your daughter.
If it ain't me,
I'll be your daughter.
I said, Lord, I need a daughter.
Listen, I'll be your daughter.
But let me tell you, girl, your strength, the way you deliver, the way you speak, what is being poured into the top of your head, because I believe the Spirit of God enters you at the top of your head.
Yep.
And when it comes in you, you can't help but to speak. And when you speak, words are like fruit.
Yeah.
Living fruit.
Yeah.
It's the kind of fruit that it never stops coming.
Yeah.
It's a bottomless well.
Yeah.
You know?
I asked God back around year 2 or year 3 of doing the Queen of Shade on Instagram. I said to the Lord, I said, Lord, I'm scared I'm going to run out of things to say. I'm going to run out. I'm scared. I done covered every topic. What am I going to do? God said to me, aren't you tapped into an infinite source?
Yeah.
I said, yes, God, I am. He said, then you will never run out of things to say. He said, I will always fill your mouth. You can talk about love 5 million different ways.
Yes.
He said, I will get it. From that point on, I never worried. And it extends to everything. My music, everything. I never worry about what am I going to write. Yeah, what am I going to write for the next album? It's all, get it. I put the first album out, then did the deluxe. The next album was written then.
Girl, wait.
I'm just sitting on it.
Wait.
I'm sitting on it.
Your approach with music is before its time. Now, I just learned as an older person, how to start making beats.
Yeah.
I play, but I don't consider myself a musician. I consider myself enough to maybe write a song or to sing one. But I want to point out something. I listened to Far.
Yes.
One of your songs.
Yes.
And the lyrics, I had to write down. It says, order my steps, make my way plain.
Oh, you heard that?
Wait a minute, but honey.
You heard that? Okay, you got it. I slipped things in.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just, oh my God. Now I'm not done yet. I love Any Kind of Way.
Yes.
I love that song.
Yeah.
But there were ones that I noted that were just, now, am I pronouncing this right? Illuminati?
Yep. You know exactly.
Illuminati is the powers that be.
As soon as you said it out loud, it hit you like, oh, all right.
But let me tell you something. During the song, you were telling them.
Yeah. Oh, you played
your purpose.
You play too much.
You were telling them your purpose and how you will not lose sight of self.
I
You
don't.
will not sell your soul for
Yeah.
the work you have been given by God to do.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad about it.
Yeah.
A lot of people change who they are for the bag,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But see, the bag is going to follow you because the gift you've been given,
Makes room.
don't do that to me. Ooh, but it will make room for your gift.
Yeah.
And then I had relatives that would tell me, you know, when I would sing, they would say, you're supposed to use that for the Lord.
Mm. Interesting.
I am using it
Yeah.
for the Lord,
Yeah.
you know, but it should be all gospel.
Yeah.
You should be saved and filled with the Holy Ghost.
Mm.
You know how they do.
Yeah.
You gotta repent.
I do.
Now, I have a condition. It's called Klinefelter's.
Okay.
I was born XXY.
Yes.
My weight struggles,
Yes.
all was connected to it. My emotional state of mind,
Yes.
all connected to the Klinefelters.
Yes.
They didn't know what to do. And
Yeah.
the thing is now, I don't quote me on this, but I am told when I went to see the endocrinologist, I didn't get libido till I was in my 50s.
Uh-huh.
And that was because I started the hormone replacement therapy.
Yes.
And they started giving me testosterone.
Yeah.
So it's just, I digress because I'm feeling so emotional because I'm actually talking to
Listen,
a star.
listen, and so are you. And we got all the time in the world. I rested all day. I rested all day so I could do this with you.
Well, I tell you what, you don't look like what you've been through.
Thank you.
You know what?
Thank you.
You don't, and you never will.
Never.
Every time the old devil try to come in and knock you down, family is the worst.
Yes, I know. I'm estranged from most of mine.
Every time, but I'm gonna tell you what though, when that floodgate of God's goodness, because when he exalts you, can't nobody take it from you. When he exalts you, you just gonna keep on rising, keep on rising.
You know,
then you might get a few relatives to say, oh, I knew you could do it all the time. I knew you could do it all the time. But your heart is so beautiful. I can't see you refusing help if they need it.
Get this. I will help them, but I will help them the same way I help the world. You got to go do the work.
Yes.
Speak what God gives you.
Child, you spoken to my spirit, my old ass. You spoken to my spirit.
I will give you that. You know, don't ask me for my resources. Because I worked for those. You know, I tilled the ground. I chiseled and dug and jackhammered to get those things. And you know, do you know that was the hardest lesson for me to learn? Was to not, because I had survivor's guilt, to not give away the fortune, to not give away the royalties. And I'm like, God, but you know, this I do. I have a heart. And in therapy, they teach me all the time. Don't let your survivor's guilt get the best of you. Because I used to feel sorry that I was the one that made it out. And it was so bad. It was so bad. I felt like my way of atonement was to give them everything that I had.
Oh my gosh.
And then God said, how are you going to give them everything you had when you had nothing? I gave it to you and I didn't tell you to give it to them. I didn't tell you to do that. He said, they got to go do what you did, baby. They got to start.
They got to work
on the X, and they got to work and build themselves to where they are ready to receive such substance and standards into their lives. And I learned, and I mean, in the last 2 years, I learned, even with my heart, don't stand in God's way. Because I learned that a struggle is a lesson. So don't get in the way of somebody's lesson, because you could stop them from learning something they need to learn, and it could cost them their lives.
That's true.
So I realized that's one thing that I wrestle with, staying out of Spirit's way, because I'll see someone and I want to help, and God's going, let me do my job and you do yours. And, you know, you sow the seeds, you get their attention, but then you let me, you know, give the impartation or the,
Mhm.
you know, the, what they
Mhm.
need inside, that spiritual release. And
Yes.
it was difficult. I mean, for me, I have four siblings. I have one on my father's side and three on my mother's side. And we're estranged. And you heard when my brother
Mm.
was here with the
Yes.
schizophrenia,
Yes.
and God brought me through that. And it's just like, you know, and to hear afterwards, oh, he was jealous of you. He felt,
Oh,
but get this, jealous because you got help and he didn't know where to start.
yeah.
And I'm like, baby, you start at the doctor's office,
Yeah.
same place I did, or the hospital, same
Yes.
place I did. You know, a lot of people look at what I'm doing and they think, you know, oh, this comes naturally to me. No, I had to have a complete tear down. I
Mhm.
always say that God is like with me, I was like a beautiful vase.
Mhm.
And God took and looked at me and said, oh, you're so beautiful, and smashed me to the earth.
Mm.
And I shattered into so many pieces.
Mm.
And then he said, okay, now I can use you. And
Mm.
I'm like, and I'm looking and I'm like, but you destroyed my beauty. You destroyed everything. Like, well, how are you going to use this? And he said, oh, see, that's you with your human eye. And
Mhm.
then he goes and he gets his fire and he starts melting down glass in front of you
Mhm.
and
Making you,
molding, exactly, and making other shapes. And
making you
like, well,
whole.
how to, and the refiner's fire, you know that. And
Yes.
it's like, well, how did he do? Listen, I'm sitting here. The only reason I am here is because God stepped into my life.
He stepped in.
I tell
He
this
never
story.
left.
No, I tell people all the time, I was in Paris and God outed me to me,
Mm.
woke me up early in the morning, said, get up, go to the park. I
Mm.
went to a park where nobody knew me.
Mm.
God knew I needed that
And he
because
was
of the,
talking to you.
let me tell you, because of the reaction. He knew I didn't need to feel embarrassed. I didn't need to feel anything. I was a stranger in a strange land. And he
Mm.
said, baby, you know you're gay, right?
Yes.
And when I said, I know, I started screaming. My soul started screaming. I
Mm.
was hollering and crying and they looking at me, Madame, are you all right? Are you all right? I
Yeah.
couldn't even answer them. Carried on in that grass like somebody was killing
Yeah.
me. And then
Yeah.
got myself together and stood up and walked away, left it all right there. And I said to God, God, what am I going to do? He said, we'll deal with it. And I've never had a conversation about being homosexual with God in 17 years.
Oh my God. Mm. It's beautiful.
Leave it. If you like, and this is what I tell the church, my message to the church. If you don't understand it, leave it where it is.
Yes.
Don't try to come in and, oh, but do this and do that. No, because get it, everyone that hurt us, they weren't really out to hurt us. They just didn't know what the hell they were doing.
They didn't know.
You know? So, you know, my message to them and to the spiritual person, leave it alone. God don't need no help doing his job. We are all his, religious, gay. And my grandmother said that. She always says to me, he sent you to your people, gay people, people that nobody else wants to deal with.
That's part of it. Yes.
You know?
That's a huge part of it.
Nobody else wants to deal with it. Nobody wants to hear the struggles and the pains and the sadness that we go through. God said, that's going to be your job.
But your ministry imparts wisdom, excuse me, and it always touches the human heart.
Yeah.
Absence of penis,
yeah,
use the language, or vagina.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is a human experience.
Yeah.
And it's just hard for me to put into words, girl. Because if I saw her on the street, I would squeeze her with all my might. And I would say, girl, I need a daughter. Because it has been, when my mom passed, all I had was music and singing.
Right.
That was all I had. My grandmother was very good to me.
Yeah.
My brothers, not so much.
Right.
I had an uncle.
You were different.
Yes, I had an uncle who would just walk up to me and slap me when I was a kid, just slap me. And, but he didn't know that I had ambiguous genitalia.
Yeah.
He didn't know that.
Yeah.
He just thought I was, I was pear-shaped, but most people who have Klinefelters are pear-shaped.
Are pear-shaped.
So, but because of the ignorance and education that went on back in those days, people didn't know what to think. You were two things. You were a fag, or you were a punkish, or you were a sissy.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's just not beautiful. It's just, you would think that you would have some sort of refuge in the church.
Yeah.
But you do not.
You know, it's sad. I was speaking to my grandmother about the church the other day. You know, in the Caucasian world, they have industry. You meet them at work, you meet them, you know, trips and things like that, voyages and things like that while you're doing business. For Black people, we weren't allowed to have those things.
No,
so the church was our central location. That's where we met our husbands, our wives, you know, that's where we networked in the church. The church was the pillar of the community.
That's true.
And that's the thing. And you got to realize, with the church being the pinnacle and the center of the community, they had a lot of power.
Yeah.
In the Black community. What the church said went in the Black community.
That's true.
And now, and then all of a sudden, like you said, they were mad. Where are all of these fags coming from? Baby, we being born. We being born.
From folks that's Christian.
Yes.
Or claiming to be.
Yes, we're being born. We're not
There was an old lady that used to say, I'm so sick of sissies.
Oh no.
I mean, and I'm gonna tell you something else too. The church is full of man-hungry women too.
Yeah.
And they, like you said, they go there to find a husband.
And woman-hungry men.
They're saved. But it's okay if the pastor has sex with a woman in the church,
right,
and ain't married to her.
They cover it up.
It's okay.
Because the pastor has needs.
Yeah, the pastor has needs.
But I'm saying that in the facetious way, because what they don't understand about church is, and I keep saying this to my grandmother, church is a business.
It is now.
And your pastor is an entrepreneur.
Yes.
So look what happens to people that step into a place where they have everything at their disposal: finances, money, you know, connections. They abuse their power.
Yes.
They abuse their power. So then all of a sudden you have all these women, and get it, it's like celebrity. All of a sudden you have all these women throwing themselves at you. They don't care that you're married. They don't. They see first lady sitting on the front of the school every Sunday, and they, pastor, I just wanted to speak to you today. They're signing up for it.
Yes.
Signing up for it because he's no longer a human. He's a rock star.
Yes. Bigger than life.
I looked at a young man today. I want to get his name right. Hold on one second. Instagram. I've been following him and we've been having conversations, but his name is Cody, and Cody is an anointed man from Memphis. Wow. And what he does is he does these porch conversations. There he is, Cody the Grand. I want people to know his name. Cody the Grand.
I'm going to write that down.
Yes, Cody the Grand, all one word, and his name is Cody Little. And he did a video today, and he said it because he's in Memphis, and you know, for Church of God in Christ, that's what I came out of. That's the headquarters. So he said he was very nervous about doing the video today, but he did it. He said, pastors, I need you to stop using your office to get booty.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, he said it. He said, I need you to stop using your office as a pastor as a way to meet women and have sex with them.
Yes.
It's been going on forever. It's been going on forever. Okay, listen, I hate to do this, but okay. The church I came out of, the assistant pastor was supposed to be counseling a married couple. Long-suffering wife, because the husband who played the organ was running around with all kinds of women in the church. They've been doing it for a long time. So get this. He had a lot of women. Then get this. The assistant pastor is supposed to be, well, she became pastor, supposed to be counseling them, the married couple, on their marriage. Their marriage splits and the pastor marries the husband.
Oh, goodness.
Eventually, it tore the church apart.
Oh, I'm sure it did.
And then she left and then married again, someone who was more suited for her. Yeah. First of all, because I love her, and we all make mistakes.
Yes, we do.
But that one was a big one.
Yes.
That one was a big one.
Wow.
She met someone who she was more suited for.
Right.
But like we said, people make mistakes. But this is what my point is this. I am the way that I am. Yeah. I am so understanding. I am so giving. I am so spiritually connected because I made a shitload of mistakes. I just got to say it that way. So I'm speaking from a place of I messed up. So when I come to you, you don't get condescendence. You get understanding. Because I'm talking about what I did. Right. So it's and it was so funny because even she was preaching and my grandmother was looking at something she said online, and she was talking about, don't walk into church with your head all up and up your butt and being all uppity, this, that, and the other. And my grandmother and I said to each other, well, she did that, so she would know about that. Right. Be the best candidate to teach about it. The best candidates are the people that are living the experience. Yeah. I've been through a lot, from rape and molestation at 8 years old to bullying to just all kinds of things. Mother and father, I've been through it. But you're right, I was not going to ever look like what I went through. Yeah. So inside, honestly, I'll be 40 in September. I feel like I'm 60. Yeah.
I know you told me that.
I feel like I'm 60.
But the thing for me is that you are here at the right time.
Yeah.
You, in my heart, I feel that God lifted you up in order to bring spirituality and to cut down on some of the suicides.
Yes.
You are a lifesaver. Now, there has been a few times when I believe the word that God had given me saved a young person's life.
Yes.
But when you get old, as you get older, you just want to see God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, Lord, somebody that has it.
Yeah.
First, I thought it was T.S. Madison. First.
I love her.
Then I saw you. You start from a place of sincerity, tenderness, like the phoenix.
My grandmother calls me the phoenix.
You rose from the ashes, but the flames were medicine.
Yeah.
Were medicine.
Yeah.
And every time you enter the room, your inner phoenix explodes.
This is why I don't enter many rooms.
I get you.
You get it? Like people,
but honey, it's coming through the television.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like so many things come through. Why don't you come out? Because one of my babies, I love him. We're really like friends, and he's a fashion icon, Stevie Boy. We talk a lot, and I love him, and I love him more than I should, like a friend. I want to marry him, but he won't marry me.
Well, honey, I keep telling you, don't end up interviewing the love of your life.
Right, he won't marry me though, but that's all right. Shout out to Stevie Boy. But I'm okay being his friend. But no, that's one thing we spoke about. Like, my grandmother said that when you don't speak, people die.
Oh, Jesus.
People die. And I had to realize that.
I'm glad I got on a long sleeve shirt. I got
Yeah. People die. But
oh, Jesus.
But get this. I want to stay right there because T.S. Madison, I want to stay right there for a second.
Yes, I love her.
At my lowest of lows, when I'm asking God, what am I doing? Am I doing it right?
Yes.
Her page and her content,
Yes.
it lifts me. When I tell you, it puts the flame back into the phoenix.
Yes.
It puts,
Yes.
I just got to be honest. It puts the flame back into the phoenix.
And she
And
breaks it down.
yes. And I love it. But get it, we're both Libras. She's a Libra.
Oh my God, I didn't know.
Yeah.
But
That chosen people to bring balance.
yes, yes. And I feel like she was raised up by the Almighty to work in a certain area.
Yes, we all have different parts of the vineyard.
Yes.
We have
and then you rose up.
And I'm going to a whole nother part of the vineyard.
To go to another area. So many of us that need you. So many of us. And reason why I say us, meaning effeminate, gay men, women, trans men, the full spectrum. And those kind of healers.
I love this community.
You angels.
I love this community.
You come forth and you started to help people. You started feeding them spiritual food that we were refused and turned away. They weren't trying to save our souls. They had already made up their mind. It wasn't God. Then they started telling you what God said. Like God can't talk to you. He made you too. So he can talk to you too.
You know what's so funny? They don't play that with me because they know when I walk in a room, I walk in with God.
Everybody scatters because you don't come alone.
I remember
like angels.
I remember being in college, and a pastor said to me, he was like, listen, he said, they're going to hate you for what you amass. He said, but tell them I walked alone for this. I suffered for this. I bled for this. Don't hate me, hate God, because God gave it to me. But he said it. He said, at the end of your life, they're going to have to say you were a man of God, whether they want you or not. He said, they're going to have to say, he said, they're going to want to say you were unorthodox, you were this, you were that. He said, but they're going to have to say, because God is going to use you mightily. And that's what I'm out here doing. That's what I'm out here doing. But wait, we got to segue. Because now you done give me all of this and I'm full. We got to talk about you. We got to talk about you. Because I'm telling you, I'll be your daughter. We got to find out about you. So tell me, Mama.
I would love that.
Tell me, Mama, where were you born? Where were you born?
I was actually born in Pittsburgh.
I went to
Clarion, Pennsylvania.
I went to Clarion University, right out there near Pittsburgh.
Okay. Now I have some relatives in Uniontown.
Okay.
You know where that is?
Yes.
Uniontown area.
Yes.
And
nothing out there but rural country.
There ain't nothing there, child.
I'm like, oh.
There's nothing there.
Right.
Oh God. I always like to sound very local, but I have done some extraordinary things. For example, I believe, well, I know I was the first to sing the national anthem for the Gay Pride Parade here in the city.
Wow.
I know I was the first. They asked me to do it because whenever I would be in, and I was always very loud. And I'm a gospel singer.
Gospel singer, so you got it.
So they said, we want you to come and do the national anthem. But what I didn't know, Queen, is that I didn't have nobody like you as a friend, because they would say I had Hollywood ideas when I didn't. I just liked singing.
Right.
And they would say things like, why is a live singer in a drag show?
Now you got so many that sing loud.
Yeah.
You got so
many.
And
to be honest with you, with your, what do you call it? Your knowledge of Paris and being well-traveled, you know that the first female illusionist sang live. They didn't. Lip sync is something that just comes. You know what I mean?
Listen, everybody perform. Everybody perform.
Yes.
If you were on the bill, especially in Europe, they
Yes.
weren't coming to look at you and just stare at you.
Yes.
You were going to give them music. You were going to perform.
You played, you sang.
There was the one-man shows like Grace Jones.
Yes. Oh, I love Grace.
So do I.
Yeah. She reminds me so much of you.
Oh,
and
I love her.
I do. For example,
Eartha Kitt. I love him.
Yes, Eartha Kitt. I said Marlena Dietrich because you're so smoky. You know,
you were right though. I had a transgendered boss, and because I was a phone sex agent for a little spell in my life.
I remember reading that or hearing it.
Yes, and she said to me on the phone, she got me together. She said, "Listen, baby," she said, "you're a little too Hollywood for us here." And I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "You're a little too glamorous." She said, "These men, they love you, but they're not calling for your furs and your nylons. They call it for," and she says, "Repeat after me, say fuck." I said, "Fuck." She said, "Come." I said, "Come." She said, "Bitch." She said, "Bitch." She said, "Now say fuck me."
Oh, wait a minute. And then you wrote a song.
Yeah, she did me wrong. She did me wrong. Now she said, and then she said to me, she said, because she said, "You're giving me Marlena Dietrich." She said, "Now go back to that line," because they could tap in. And we could hear them, but the caller couldn't. So she said, "Now go back to that line and repeat all those things that I said."
Oh, that is too cute.
And I did, and I became one of the most sought after,
I bet.
fantasy girls in the call center. The voice.
I was going to mention that.
Those young women were so jealous. Oh, they made my life.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, they made my life.
I bet.
Hell, oh.
But you got through it.
I did.
And you moved on to
I did. I
did.
They made my life a little bit happier.
Let's see what else. Then during Pride, then I started getting other functions with the Stonewall Union and Greater Columbus Task Force.
You're part of history.
So part of this Columbus, Ohio, history. And then when people like Martha Wash or Jennifer Holliday, when they would book those acts, I would usually go on before them.
Yes.
And because I was local.
Yeah.
And but I loved it. You know what I mean? It was just, but I was there for not to be cute. Yeah. I was there and I would always sing something, and I always got to talk. Yeah. And tell them how I feel and why I'm feeling this way. Yeah. Then they called me to do the first commitment ceremony at the Franklin Park Conservatory. And that was to sing for all the couples that wanted to be married. Now, in 2005, it was not yet legal. Right. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Right. But the tears, the emotion that I experienced with lesbian couples, gay couples, they want to hug you and thank you so much for doing this. And then I had a little 20-minute set, and then I took requests for people that are in love. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I started working from a different aspect. I became kind of political because they started calling me to do, when it was voting time. Yeah. To be entertainment in like the Palm Room here in the conservatory, which is one of the nicer places. Yeah. But I've always been very local. And I just really, because I always had low self-esteem, I have the gender dysphoria, all those things, but I always could stand flat foot and sing a song. Yeah. And it was what saved me. You know what I mean? Yes. It was what saved me. And now
how do you identify?
I identify as a woman. Yes. Not a female. Right. But a woman. Yeah. That is my social construct.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. And if you say she, that's fine. Yeah. If you can't say she and you want to say he, that's on you. Because I already know who I am. And who I've always been, So it didn't bother me so much. Right. What I didn't understand was how men reacted to me when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
The whole
Pear shape,
the big booty and thick thighs, and come and sit on my lap. And I didn't know what the hell was going on because I was a kid. We would go to this vacation Bible school.
Yeah, and then you had that voice.
And then singing. And I was like, Lord have mercy. What is it for me to do? You know, and because I didn't have libido, I lost so many ones that used to call me mother to the AIDS virus. So I'm a survivor of that.
Yes.
I'm a survivor of the, like I said, thoughts and attempts of suicide, the beatings, just all the horrific things that we go through. You know, and I just know when I saw you, I felt so much love. And I said, oh my God, if I could have a daughter, it would be her.
Listen, I got a lot of mamas, and now I'm yours too. I got a lot of, listen, get this, because I grew up without a mother. So what I did, like my grandmother was there.
And do you know how that hurt me? That hurt me. It hurt me because I would never leave you if you were mine. And nothing would take total autonomy over you, my baby. You know, I don't care what it was, drugs, a man.
She was battling, get this, her father was sleeping with her. I wasn't her first child.
Oh my
God. Had to have an abortion, and then I came along.
Oh my God.
So you see,
and
the why.
That incestuous behavior was in my family too. But it was one of my mother's brothers that did it. And I think it went on, he went from his daughter to when the daughter had a child and she grew up, he started messing with her.
Oh no.
You know what I mean?
But then it wasn't really the daughter, it was the innocence that he liked.
Yes.
He was an innocent, he preyed on innocence.
And honey, when he left here, he left here weeping and wailing. When he left here. See, a lot of people that I hated, I can't dig them up and kill them all over again.
Right.
So I said, God, just help me to move forward. You know, I said, if I can make it a lasting impression with a song or a word.
Singing is your life.
Yes, it does. Yes, oh my God, I didn't want to forget to bring this up to you. What were you experiencing when you recorded 9 Lives?
You know what? Thank you, because you pay attention. The lyrics, I've got 9 lives, one for every time that I lose it. When things get tough and I say I can't do it, something deep inside says, come on, give it one more try. Don't you know you have 9 lives? That was my battle with mental illness.
Oh my God.
And every time I had a manic episode and it would be so public and embarrassing, I would end up in the hospital. And then what people,
I've been hospitalized.
Right.
Too.
So what people don't understand about that is once you come out of the hospital, you're seeing with new eyes, you're literally starting over. New job, new place to live, new everything. And I wasn't medicated. So I was talking about, you know, the fact that I had to keep going. I had to keep going through all of that. I had to keep going. And that voice inside of me, that voice that God put in me, like, come on, give it one more try. You got 9 lives, baby. You got 9 lives. You're gonna get it right. It doesn't even matter. You could mess up the 8 of them, all 8. But that last one, you're gonna get it right. You're gonna get it right. And even if you run out of 9, I got more for you.
I believe
that's what I was going through. I was actually talking about. I had a very public battle with mental illness. Public. I was
spoke many times.
Yes. Okay. So, you know, I was medically withdrawn from college, and it was so, I fell from such a place of grace. You know, there were a lot of eyes on me, a lot of opinions on me. And, you know, to fall that hard and shatter into all those pieces. I told you I was a vase, and God just boom, broke it all up. But it's what I love today is 22 years later, I have so many of my college buddies that follow me, support me, uplift me, even my high school buddies.
Well, I always will support you. And there's a couple more things. I mean, I'm so grateful that you asked me.
It was time.
But there's things I needed to say to you.
Oh,
And
go ahead.
this is the thing. Okay. Oh my God. I can't forget to mention this. You humanize sex workers.
Yes, that's my point.
You humanized it.
That's my point.
That little knockout.
I
mean,
shout out to Knockout.
Yes.
You love
that
it.
little, oh my God.
Hello, pretty man. I bet I never see him in person.
He stole my heart.
Yeah.
You're going to end up with your Mr. Right.
Oh.
You are. I know it because you establish a comfort zone in a conversation with a person you don't know.
But that's the problem. I don't want to end up with 2 men. You know, Mama, I got a lot of men. I got a lot of men. Mama.
You do.
You know what I mean?
You interview a lot of hot, gorgeous guys.
Listen, I don't want to have to choose. You know, you got to keep them. You got to tell them, baby, I love you too. You can't choose. They get jealous. They get jealous.
That is so true. And I also wanted to mention Sir Ty.
Yes.
His eyes.
Yeah.
Here we go with the chills. I got on long sleeves. Honey, when y'all start talking about how God be speaking,
yeah,
and how he moves you like a chess piece.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I could see him healing from things when he was talking to you.
It was time.
And I believe there's some mighty powerful things that's going to happen for him. And I also know that your territory
is expanding.
Yep.
Where they thought I wasn't going to go. Oh, we won't see her in Hollywood.
Yes.
Baby.
And to be honest with you, meeting you is expanding my territory.
And I'm
a 62-year-old girl, and you might have to bring me a glass of water on the stage. But I mean, I just love you. That's all I can say. Now, wait, one more. I believe the title was called Only One. Yes,
I'm not the only one. I'm going to get you, boy. I was angry. I'll tell you why.
I knew it.
Okay. So get this. I've changed, like I've been celibate for 10 years, but that was actually to save my life because
oh my God.
My brand, I started to take off with the brand, but then I also noticed, you know, that the statistic wasn't going down. In the African-American gay community, it's 1 in 2. So 50% of the community has HIV or carries it and doesn't even know that they have it. So in order for me to live, I kind of swore off those things. But wow, long stories.
No, I love it.
So get this. Yeah, I know.
Because you know, I
can't make them up, you know, because you know when I go.
Queen, did you teach yourself to record yourself? Because your music it's just so clear and flawless. Child, I took some courses, okay?
Well, get this. Shout out to the best producer I have ever had in my life. The only producer I will ever have in my life. Her name is Kara Tabbers.
Well, bless her.
Call her Minnie on the board.
She's so clean.
She knew what I needed. She said to me, because, you know, I have power in my voice. I just don't, you know, I don't use it a lot, but I have it.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Yeah, she was the one that taught me not to overexert myself.
Yeah, you're a different kind of singer.
It
is rich.
Yes.
It can be soft.
Yes, she taught me
and
how to
then
use
it can be a volcano.
Yeah, she taught me how to use it.
You know what I mean?
She taught me how to use it and how to record. And one thing about it, because
was that your vocal coach?
No, my vocal coach is Deb Chamberlain, and her husband is Robert Wynn. And Robert Wynn was one of the first producers that I ever started to record music with. We did a lot of work together, and he helped me craft my sound as well. So yeah, it took a village, Mama. It took a village.
Right.
So, and it was so crazy. Yeah, it's just, but
my vocal coach name was Dr. Hickfang, and he was an instructor at Ohio State University.
Ooh.
And he said he wanted to coach me because he thought I had an operatic voice because of the strength and, but I couldn't understand opera because it written in Latin and I couldn't give it passion. Yeah. Oh, you know what I would love to hear you sing?
What?
La Vie en Rose.
Oh, I love La Vie en Rose.
Do you sing it?
Copyright. You gotta be careful, but
oh my God. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, copyright. No, but when you hold me to your heart, world apart. Yeah, that's all I can get.
Oh my God.
Rosa.
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to get killed.
Oh my God.
The copyright, but yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, but
okay.
That's another thing. As a mezzo soprano, I have so much range.
You do.
So much range. And they tell you most of our popular singers today are mezzos. Beyonce's a mezzo with an iconic range, and
she does.
A lot of other people are. And I believe she's classically trained as well.
Yeah.
I believe she's classically trained as well.
Okay, I'm not done with you.
Listen, I ain't done with you.
Okay. Now I wrote the note. I want to say it was Girly Boy.
Yes.
Okay. And you said, little boy, come and get your daddy, please.
That was only one. Okay, wait, that was only one because I said, and I know you want, more of me, but I'm questioning your loyalty.
Yeah.
Because it was because at the time there was a man I was interested in. I slept with for 8 years, but couldn't.
You like boys like me.
Yeah, but get it. I couldn't close the deal. He wouldn't commit. So I was saying, and I know you want more of me, but there's so many other men you're sleeping with. Right. And I was like, you want me and you say you want me, but little boy, come get your daddy, please, because he's running around playing with everybody.
I love it. Now,
but Girly Boy, little Kali's in the room playing with his makeup, putting on his fragrances, playing with his hair stuff. That was me. Yes. Boy, my name was Kali when I was born.
You were telling your truth. Yeah. And honey, I knew it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a spiritual connection. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Let me. Lowly Supermodel. Where the hell did you get that from? Lowly Supermodel.
No, because get this. In America, fashion models are revered. It's like the thing to be. You want to be a model. You want to be a model. You want to be a model. But what I saw from Paris was that the model is the lowest member in the room.
Oh my
because
God.
Literally, they're the hanger. That's it.
Yeah, oh my God.
People, and all the rich people are coming to buy their clothes. So all the people in the audience are buying the clothes.
You would definitely love my friend Lexi. I met her at Ohio State. She married a man from Senegal.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then she moved to Paris because he had a cafe.
Yes.
So she was really my window to go to Paris. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you would love her because you could relate to each other. Yes. And the whole, girl, when you started talking about getting into all them fashion shows with all them top of the line. Yes. And when you mentioned the photographer's name that shot you,
Collins.
I thought my old ass was the only one that knew who he was.
Yeah, Ernest Collins.
You know what I'm saying?
He literally launched my career in France. Yes.
You go.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're just a gift from God.
Listen, but you know what it is? I love being a gift from God because all I have is a gift to give away. What I do and what I love to do, especially with these men, I love to polish them and show them off. I love to show them off.
You do.
My women too, but my men, especially Black and Latin men, the melanated men, because I'm gonna be honest, the world wants to sleep with them because of their enlarged appendages. The world tries to compartmentalize them, and men do it as well. We see in part. And I just want you to see the whole person, because get this, I learned this in psychology. If you see a person as a full person and not compartmentalized and broken up into objects, it's harder to hurt them or kill them.
That's true.
If you make the killer see a person as human,
Right.
can't kill him. Because that's what they do.
Right.
They lower you down and debase you into being nothing but an object. And that's how they get over the guilt. That's how they're able to carry out the heinous, acts that they do. And it's the same thing with sex, because sex can be heinous, depending on who's doing it and why they're doing it. So we have so many that do that. They compartmentalize. Oh, it's just about that. It's just about that. It's just about that. We have a lot of white men that only are focused on the man's genitalia and that's not who he is, where he comes from, so I want them to see them completely.
That reminds me of when you did the interview with Sean.
Yes. Sean Costin. Yes. That's my baby.
Open up.
That's my baby.
He opened up.
I love Sean.
And there's part of me that sees a little boy in him.
Yes.
Although he's a grown man. Yes. And then
I'm very protective of him.
But I'm gonna tell you something. You took a uncommon situation.
Yes.
A heterosexual man that does gay films.
Mama. Those are the men I usually used to hang out with all of my career.
Okay. Oh my God.
So get it.
But I was humanized it.
Yes, people want to act like they didn't exist. Yes. And those were the men I was hanging out my whole career with. Yeah.
And I just feel that, I think I've said this before, maybe just in a comment.
We're beautifully human.
I believe that you're changing the face of LGBTQ plus and transgender spirituality.
Yeah,
you're changing the face of it.
If they see us as full divine beings, they can't cut us up.
That's true.
That's the point.
That's true.
If they see constantly us being connected to God, you can't cut us up.
You're constantly feeding spiritual food, and that is absolutely amazing. And if I can continue to do that, my old ass, I would love for sister to have the limelight, honey.
Yeah.
You can have the limelight, and I'll be in the corner praying, Lord, just let my child do well. You know what I mean?
But this is just the beginning. I've been 20 years. I'm 20 years into this, Mama, and this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning.
But I think my goal, it would be to just reach more.
Yeah.
I don't want to be rich or famous or any of those things. Honey, you're young and beautiful and gorgeous, honey. You got the world and the jug and the stopper in your hand, honey. You can have what you want.
But you know what? I realized a long time ago that we need to have money. We need to because
that's true.
The more money you have, the more you can do.
That's true.
You see, the more money you have, the more you can reach, because get this, business-wise, you got to pay for promotion.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of businesses go wrong. You got to pay for promotion. Why spend all this? Yeah, why spend all this money on perfecting this state-of-the-art object that you're going to sell and then don't market it and don't, pay for it to go on the television and on the radio. And, like you got to do it all. I actually
the first time that I got paid for something I did musically.
Yeah.
I felt guilty.
Oh no.
Yeah, I felt guilty, but I'm learning now, especially since I've been watching you.
Mama, that's from what people put in you.
Oh, you make me feel so good when you say Mama. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's when people put into you, because I don't know why. So get this, because I want to say this, and I'm going to say this because I've said it before. The recording industry for gospel is just the same. It's all about money, but they tell the artists, oh, you singing for Jesus, you don't need this money. And that's not right.
But that ain't true. That ain't necessarily true.
A gospel singer needs all their money, just like everybody.
Just like anybody else.
I interviewed Latisse Crawford, and she said to me,
oh my God.
Yes, she says, from Sunday's Best. She said, if I got to be at church at your function every day of the week, when do I have time to have a regular job? This
Yeah.
is my job. I got to pay
Yes.
for my gowns. I got to pay for my children's schooling. I got to pay, I got to buy food. I got to pay for the car, the gas. This is my job. Pay me accordingly. And
Your
she was right.
business sense is just amazing.
My,
You know?
you know what it is? My business acumen. It's learning after making mistakes.
Okay.
After making mistakes, Mom. Get this. I have this young man who wrote me a couple of nights ago, and we damaged our relationship because we didn't see eye to eye. He had been following me since the early 2000s, before I ever came to a lot of things that I did. And we just didn't see eye to eye. He said he was overwhelmed, and he asked me what to do. And I said he needed to hire staff. But I wanted to stress to him how important the money was, because I was only trying to stress to him that you could do more if you have more money. And he took it the wrong way. He's like, well, I'm not going to, just only work with clients that just have money and that can afford me. There may be an up and coming artist that can't afford me that I may want to work with. And I understood that. But then my thing is, baby, you already had your mind made up. Why did you ask me for my expertise that I charged $250 an hour for?
Right.
So we damaged our relationship, but I know that it will repair itself, because it's truly just a misunderstanding. My business acumen is everything,
Right. Yes.
because even with me, I haven't made $1 million yet, but I have the masters to everything I've ever done, ever said. I'm holding it in my hands. As long as I hold on to it, the money will come as a byproduct of my success. So it's hard for me to listen to someone and know that business-wise, they need to pay more attention to X, Y, and Z, and not state that they need to pay attention to X, Y, and Z.
Right.
So, it is
just
what
do it.
Yeah. So we'll repair our relationship. But because, when you really, are acquainted with someone, and I am, him and his husband.
Right.
It was just a misunderstanding, but I needed him to understand. And I wrote him and I said, listen, I'm gonna leave this here. We're gonna put the kibosh on this, but I want you to know you wrote me and you asked me for my expertise. You said you were feeling overwhelmed. I said, hire staff. That was the whole point. And I left it at that. And he can go on wherever he's going and do what he's doing, because at the end of the day, he has to run his business, not me.
That's true.
Everybody has choices. Everybody has choices.
But that tidbit that you gave him, it was spiritual.
Yeah.
And it was food that he needed.
Mama, I'm used to having people come back to me and say, Queen, you were right.
You were right.
I'm so used to it by now. Like by now, I don't even get mad and say, see, I told you. No, I don't even do that no more.
Let me see.
Look at you interviewing me.
Yeah, I know. I love you.
I love you too.
Let me see. It seems like there was something I wanted to ask you about. One of the songs.
Ask me.
Hurt Me Again.
Oh, that's my song.
I love that one.
Yeah, that's my song. Tell me about
Now,
it. You gotta ask me.
Dealing with.
Okay. Years ago, get this. That song was published in 2018. I wrote that song in 2007, standing at a bus stop. You asked me why I haven't given my heart. I'm waiting for you to hurt me all over again. It was the same man. It was the same man. And I
would have to say,
to this day, I love that crazy man. I do. I love him. I've never, I love someone in high school. I love someone in college. And then in my adult years, I met this wonderful man. And I don't think he realizes how wonderful he is. But I also know that it's not going to ever be. And that was the hardest thing for me to accept. So that's why the song is so sad, because that's where it comes in, a goddess in love with Poseidon, because Poseidon is the Greek god of the sea. So the thing is,
oh my God, I know. And when I was listening to the song, I said, is she saying Poseidon?
Yes.
And now you've cleared that up for me, because
I get it.
I love mythology.
But get this, the god of the sea. The sea is what? Salt water is what? Salty. So are our tears.
Tears. Yes.
A goddess in love. A goddess in love with Poseidon. A goddess in love with the pain. I'm walking away, but I'm a goddess in love with the pain. I'm a goddess in love with this one man.
You know what?
Me
When you
cry.
perform that song,
It's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess. I
you
don't know how I'm gonna
need
get through it.
to.
It's gonna be the visuals are gonna be
The
crazy.
visuals. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, the
The
visuals are gonna be
visuals.
crazy.
Ooh, oh my
Yeah.
God.
The visuals. Wait till you see the live and then the music video. Cause get it, I got music videos planned for every single song I've ever sang.
Yeah.
Oh, you wait. Oh, I'm just waiting to get to Europe. I feel like I could do it more
Yes.
freely, even though
Yes.
I want to hire. My neighbor works for BET and so many other
Mhm.
places. He's a DP. He does production of videos and things like that. I just got to make a shitload of money so I can afford him.
But that's gonna happen.
Yeah. But then once it happens, he's really.
And then you already have a following and a presence,
Yeah.
a very solid presence.
I'm out here.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've only been like maybe on the internet I didn't really know how any of it worked. So it's been maybe about 2 years.
Okay.
Something like that.
The internet is amazing. The internet, the
But
whole world sees you.
what I love is when somebody comments and says
Mm-hmm.
that nobody ever said there was a place at the table
Mm-hmm.
for me as a gay woman or a lesbian or a trans man or a trans woman, that really touched me.
Yeah.
And that's what made me say, well, you old bitch, go ahead and sing your stuff and keep working at it, keep perfecting it. I'm going to take some more classes. Oh, and I'm going to take internet marketing.
Yes.
Because watching you and everything just be so crisp and smooth.
Get it. A lot of people think, oh, she's not going nowhere. That's because she don't have all of this stuff to show up front.
But child, I can't tell.
That back end, Mama.
I can't tell.
That back end, Mama. That back end. That back end is lovely.
I cannot.
Somebody asked one of my babies. He's another young man whom I am rooting for, prolific actor. He said to me, he said, "What's your dream?" Because I was up there, channeling and speaking to him about his dreams.
Yeah.
And he said, "What's your dream?"
Yeah.
I said, "Paris."
Yes.
I said, Paris.
Lexi,
I said,
Paris.
Wait. Listen, it gets deeper. I said, Paris, a castle. It's only $4.5 million.
Right.
Second home in Lisbon. And then something here in
Philadelphia. You even know where you want to live.
Yeah. And I said, and finally something here in Philadelphia. Yeah. I know. Oh, and we are in the day, in the dispensation of time where you listen, everything's been explored. Just know what you want and go after it. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. You
gave me my second win. Yeah, that's what you did.
I've heard
and when I saw you, I said, I just want to talk to her. Now, when you hit me up and said, will you do this for me? I was like, oh my God, I'm only local. You know what I mean? So I was
not anymore. Not anymore.
I always know when I love someone.
Now you're tied into the fabric of international royalty, honey.
Yes, honey, yes. And I just continue to ask God to continue to bless you. Sometimes I want to say the universe.
Yes.
Because I've heard you refer to God as the universe.
Listen, I use all. I say universe like that because I don't want to re-traumatize the gays that have come out of the church.
Yes.
So that's my way of saying the universe. It kind of keeps their guard down.
It does.
So that they can hear what I need to say.
Because I mean,
talking God and church, then the trauma of what happened to them in church jumps back up.
Oh
I have a baby that was raped every Sunday by the pastor before the pastor got up to preach.
Oh my God.
And it's like, so you start talking God and Jesus.
You're doing it the right way.
Yeah, it's just a conversation. It's just about, like you said, knowing what to say.
You bring it out, you pull it out. And I wanted to think, your monologue, Lord have mercy.
I do a lot of those.
The monologue?
Yeah.
Whew, Lord have mercy. And I mean that. You people out in YouTube land, if you take time and sit down and watch the Queen do a monologue, you'll be hooked. Now, and I'm saying that from a 62-year-old's point of view. And I'm not for no foolishness. So if I sit through it,
I love it when you
and I feel it, then there's something divine coming out of your mouth,
Yes.
you know, and I had to learn to say, there's something divine when I sing or when I talk. I
Yes.
had to start confessing it.
Yes.
Yeah, because to be able to cast the spell on the
Yes.
people,
Yes.
you have to be in that spirit of oneness
Yes.
with the universe
And
or God.
and confidence.
And confidence. And you even teach me confidence. I just never had that kind of friend.
Yeah.
And
Well, Mama, you got a daughter and a friend.
oh, I'm so grateful. And girl, I'm gonna be praying all the time for you
You got my
now.
number? You been texting me? Let me make sure.
Yeah. I don't think I have your number.
It was in the invitation. Did you read the invitation?
It was.
Yes.
Child, I was too happy to see that you said, come on and do this.
Every single person whom I asked to interview gets my personal number.
Get your number. Well, I will definitely put it in.
Yeah.
Because you are just beautiful to me.
Thank you.
I just love you with all my heart. And I wanted to shout out two people in my city.
Okay, go ahead.
Beloved, she is a seamstress in the city of Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
And really, she is iconic. I always pray that she would get picked up and maybe be doing costumes for somebody. Oh, she's so sweet. And I mean, it's real. It's genuine.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind if you interviewed my boy Louis Franco. You know, he got the muscles and stuff.
Ooh, you're gonna have to put me in touch with him.
Yeah, but oh my God, and he's a nurse. He's in New Jersey.
Oh, really?
But yeah, he's a nurse. So he was one of those frontline people and just beautiful. He lost his mom some time ago. And that's how he and I connected because my mom passed in 2007.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and I want to show my mommy.
Yes, yes. Let me see.
Can you see her?
Put it up a little higher. Yeah. No, wait, lower. We can do this together. Now bring it a little closer. Keep right there. Got her. I see.
She was 80 years old.
Wow.
And my mother had chemo and radiation.
Wow.
And she was diagnosed at 65. Now I'm 62.
Right.
She was diagnosed at 65 and lived to be 80.
80.
I know the power of God.
Yeah,
I know because I was sit and pray with my mother and talk to God. And then God told me she's going to be with you for 80 years.
Yeah.
And I had started accepting.
Isn't that amazing?
That mother was going home at 80. Yeah. And she did.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
She did. But and the other guy is Lee Michaels.
Okay.
He's a beautiful person too.
Oh.
Some people just help you go to the next phase in your life.
Yeah.
Because nobody knows what you're going through.
Right.
You know. Yeah. But I just love you, Queen.
I love you.
And I just want to tell everybody out there in TV land. I just want to say I'm a storyteller.
Yeah.
And I want the gay, lesbian, and transgender community to know that there's somebody that cares.
Yes.
That God does have a place for you at the table.
Yes.
And you, my dear daughter, you're the one that's going to usher so many in to that table in the wilderness. Because being in this world as we are, our most authentic selves,
yes,
it feels sometimes like you're in the wilderness.
Yeah.
And nobody cares.
Yeah.
But honey, you gonna show them there's a table in the wilderness.
Honey, listen, I see it. I walked into the wilderness and said, you, big boy.
Yeah.
Take that axe. You, go with him.
Yes.
Chop that tree down. Chop all them trees down. We're going to build
a fort. You be commanding your
right? Okay, we're going to build a fort.
Do.
We're going to build a fort. Y'all, women, y'all go down to the river, catch them, use them. Yeah, string. Yeah, you catch them fish. All right, you go build a fire.
Yes.
We're going to live here in this wilderness.
We're going to live here. And I just want to be the one in the kitchen cooking.
Yes!
I'm proud of my daughter.
Mama, give me 3 words that inspire you and empower you. I know the first one is God, but go ahead.
friendship,
Yes.
sincerity,
Yes. Yes.
and I would say understanding.
Understanding. Tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
Well, you can find me at DQ Things.
Yes.
It's Linktree, and that's linktr.ee
Yes.
/DQ Things.
Good.
DQSINGS.
Yes.
And my cash app
Yes,
is
please, please.
$DQ Sings to encourage.
Yes. Okay. Well,
Girl, I had to write it down.
My
I had to get used to asking.
Yes. My
You're the
cash app
one
is
that
Queen of
made me.
Shade. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Because
You know.
literally, I have been behind in bills. I have had deadlines. I have had all kinds of things happen. And literally somebody cash out me the money. And I didn't even know it was coming. I've had that happen.
Oh my God, that's such a blessing.
So many times in my business, things like that. My back was up against the wall trying to expand.
Yeah.
And literally someone says, oh, go get lunch on me today. And it's $100.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
That's a blessing.
Yes, it
And
is.
I'm going to ask you to please keep me in your positive energies.
I will.
Because I just love you. And tell Sir Ty I love him.
Yes.
Tell Knockout I
Knockout.
love him.
Yes.
And tell
But
Sean,
Mama, I put all of this stuff down there so you could tell them too.
well, yeah.
Listen, that's what I do. I connect the world. So it's like, baby, go to him and say, the Queen of Shades sent me. And she told me to tell you how much I love you.
Because honey, I'm not a porn person.
Right.
So I was discovering.
Oh, you're missing out, Mama. Me being a person, you're missing out. You're missing out, Mama. Listen. I don't need a damn man today because of porn. Thank God for porn. Oh my God. Why I keep up with everything these men is doing? Listen, I shut down my official Twitter and started a porn Twitter, like a Twitter that I only use to look at all the porn on Twitter.
And my Instagram is at DEQ.
Yep.
AWNMHENSON.
Yep. I'm gonna put it all down there.
So if you guys, your support, like, share, subscribe.
Yep.
I'm gonna always be behind you, Queen. I'm gonna always forward, share, like, always. And God opened the door for me tomorrow with a whole lot of money. Only thing I would ask you to do is just get a place with a big old kitchen.
Right.
So I could cook and you could just go out and do your thing, and I would just be so happy. And every now and again, I'd want to stand and sing a little song for you.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard the vocal stylings of this beautiful, beautiful woman, Daquan M. Henson. Thank you today.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful conversation and all that you said and the way that, and see, this is the thing. You poured into me today. You rejuvenated me. And I'm going to tell you something before we go. I have had to reschedule my interviews for like the last week because I have been emotionally exhausted.
Oh, I bet.
I've just not been able to pull it together. And I have big interviews coming. And I had to move them. But today I rested. You were the only one. I rested all day, got up, made my grandmother breakfast, and then rested all day so that I could do this. And I knew that it was going to be special, which is why I wore one of my best dresses.
You look gorgeous.
Thank you. And my long hair and my gold. And
you always beautiful to God, sorry.
Listen, I learned how to do it in 6 years.
Yeah.
But I feel poured into. I feel rejuvenated.
Yes. That's how I felt when I first set. I don't know. It was just unreal, but I want to thank you for being you and being genuine.
Yeah.
And you guys, you have got to go and listen to Queen of Shades' debut album.
Yeah.
It is fantastic. And check out My Strength in Me on SoundCloud.
Yeah. Don't go anywhere. Say goodbye to the people.
Okay, bye-bye, everybody.
So did you enjoy? I hope you did. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and don't forget to cash at me at the Queen of Shade. I am your favorite content creator, right? Right. You want to see more of this content, right? Right. Cash at me. I love you. Mwah.
I've got my black stilettos on. Don't you make me take them off. I'm assuming first position. Gonna show you I'm a boss. I've been given 60 seconds just to put my thing down. I'll have you wanting my stilettos by the time I turn around. Turn that TV down.